343 Industries is arguably one of the most disliked studios in gaming at the moment, and there is a reason why. Halo 5 introduced tons of awkward, confusing, or downright stupid alterations to Halo, not to mention they were very unnecessary, but they have thankfully taken in our feedback and are evolving as a studio, and this is great news. So today we're gonna recap 6 things 343 has learned from Halo 5. Let's get into it. At number 6, hiring better people to work on Halo. Recently, Brian Reed at 343 Industries was apparently let go and fired as he was the writer for Halo 4, then the lead writer for Halo 4 Spartan Ops, and again the lead writer for Halo 5. Those latter two did terribly among the Halo community. Well, he was apparently fired, and now we have a new narrative director, Paul Crocker, the narrative director leading the successful Batman Arkham series. While this isn't the best person for the job, it seems that 343 Industries is learning that they do need better people to make Halo better. So Frank also admitted of hiring people that hate Halo a while back and hopes to get their critical analysis on the current Halo games to help improve the games, which is both absurd and logical from a certain perspective. Why would you want someone to potentially alter the best aspects of Halo into their personal liking, but it of course allows them to not be blind to the bad elements of Halo that they would probably otherwise look over. But ideally for 343 Industries, I think it is a terrible idea to hire any more people that actually hate Halo, because considering where they are, it just doesn't make sense with their track record.
Is the Master Chief a traitor? Is he gonna die? Who's this dude that just shot him? What are you talking about? He didn't shoot him. The Master Chief was gonna shoot him. Like, what? What are you guys doing to Halo? That's the point. That's the point.
At number 5, 343 Industries may have learned to stop adding unnecessary elements, alterations, and changes in all the Halo games. Now, I could be wrong about this because this is just a theory, but boy oh boy, 343 has got a lot of negative feedback and constructive criticism about their unnecessary alterations to Halo in the past. So if they haven't learned this, God help us all. 343 Industries has apparently never heard the phrase, "don't fix what isn't broken." So I wonder why the Magnum has changed. The BR, rocket launcher, shotgun, Warthog, Wraith, Banshee, art style, narrative, Chief's armor, Chief's being present in Halo 5, and tons of everything else I could continue to list on forever. It seems that 343 Industries hasn't actually learned to stop changing things that don't need to change, at least up to Halo Wars 2. In fact, most of these new design choices are not only unnecessary, but they look less appealing, more rigid, boxy, less sci-fi and Halo-like. See, we didn't ask for Agent Lock, we didn't ask for Squad AI and campaign, nor the new art style, nor the depressing, unredeeming, dim quality of the gloomy narrative that we see in all the Halo games that 343 has worked on, nor did we ask for any of the armor abilities or any of this other crap. I don't know where they're getting the idea that we want all these things, but every time that they see that we don't want it, they backpedal. What we did ask for is playable elites, a better Forge mode, a good Master Chief story, and iconic gameplay. So hopefully 343 Industries has learned this fully, or at least partially, and will stop overextending themselves into weird unknown areas that they just end up backpedaling from to, normal things like split screen, art style changes, the normal art style, and having Chief in the story more frequently. So these are awesome things that 343 has learned, but hopefully they learn it even more and stop altering what we love about Halo in Halo 6. At number 4, map control. With the new addition of abilities in Halo Reach, Halo 4, and now with even more mobile abilities every Spartan has by default in Halo 5 Guardians, the maps tend to not be classic iconic gameplay that we remember, but a jungle gym of crazy fucking shit going on in every corner of the map that doesn't have anything to do with strategy or map control or placement or even callouts, and rather just a ton of different crap going on and basically getting shot from every direction. Hopefully 343 already knows this and took a lot of feedback from Halo 5 and is already making big adjustments to how the abilities function if they're even present in Halo 6. 343 Industries seems to lack the ability for the most part to make a map with proper sightlines as well, with consistent weapon locations, a well-functioning flow of a map, and also map control. But I do think 343 Industries is learning a lot from the criticism that they've been receiving. So after the much needed criticism from the community to 343 about Halo 5's map control and how the actual multiplayer functions, hopefully they fix it in Halo 6. At number 3, we have Microtransactions and Wrecks. So hopefully 343 Industries has learned their lesson about this in Halo 5. We already know they sort have, and they've backed off before. But really, universally, people are just sick and tired of micro DLC, of microtransactions in their games, especially in their games that they already paid for. So it seems like any game that promotes a pay-to-win scheme, somewhat like the Wreck system, especially the Month of Mythic thing that happened for a while, which arguably gave players a benefit over others in Warzone, ruins the base game. It muddies the water for the entire game and all the players. Ironically, the system does not work in the long term, because not only does it ruin the experience for those willing to pay the in-game upgrades, because that's not what a game is about. It's not about throwing your money at and getting upgrades that you don't really deserve just because you have real money. It really does undermine everyone else trying to play and have a fun experience in the game. So really, microtransactions ruin the game itself. So after HaloFollower, Late Night Gaming, and a couple other YouTubers rallied resistance to this by making big videos that got a lot of support, they took it off the Halo 5's marketplace, the Month of Mythic that is. So it seems for now that they have learned selling Wrecks are more trouble than they are worth. Not only are Wrecks kind of redundant to the gameplay, it also makes the game itself kind of unethical, because it is susceptible to people that are obsessed with gambling and willing to spend real life money to get ahead of other players. So I think any of that kind of system in Halo is not welcome at all. At number 2, hopefully 343 Industries has learned this. It's kind of hard to tell right now, but hopefully they learned from Halo 5's story that using extra comics, books, stories, and other things as necessary parts to understand the Halo games is bad for business, is bad for Halo lore, and is bad for us. Halo 5's story is a shitstorm. It is a tornado of questions for new players. Because I personally know a lot about the Halo story, playing Halo 5 was pretty simple. But what about new players? What about people that just want to play the game casually? How do we understand what the domain is? How does the average player know how Cortana gets in there? Or who or what the Warden Eternal is? And countless other questions. You may already know the answers to this, but what about anyone else that just wants to play the campaign casually? The game lacks the most basic plot points, unnecessarily complicating the story while at the same time somehow watering it down. And unless you know your shit, you're not gonna understand half of the story, because Halo 5 functions not as a story but as a saga, part of another story of 10 or 20 other smaller stories that all make a bigger story, which basically breaks the game from being satisfying and fulfilling, not to mention annoying and awkward with the rest of the Halo games. Extra lore, extra comics, extra videos, and side pieces are meant to enhance the games, not act as a crutch for the game itself. Before number 1, here's a few honorable mentions. One of the things that 343 learned from Halo 5 is that the art style is what fans prefer, as shown in Halo Wars 2, although whether or not they go forward with the old art design in Halo 6 is still a mystery. They also learned that free DLC is the way to go, and keeps a happy community engaged and participating in their game for a long period of time. And lastly, they also learned how important esports are with the success that they've had with Halo 5's tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to show off our new Spartan team and Fireteam Osiris, and this is for the first time, you know, we have 2 distinct Spartan teams that you're going to control with 4 characters on each team.
At number 1, the story will focus more on Chief. Now this one we absolutely already know that 343 has learned from Halo 5. Halo 5 actually had 12 out of 15 missions with Agent Locke. Every time I tell somebody that doesn't know that very fact, they always drop their jaw because it's so unreal how a story focused so much on Chief cannot be focused on Chief at all. Nobody asked or wanted Chief to be less of a focus. This is one of the things that we didn't ask for once again. And thankfully, Brian Reed, probably very responsible for the miss that was Halo 5, is now gone out of 343 Industries. Frank O'Connor said, "We very much realized that people wanted Master Chief's story of Halo 5. We definitely marketed it in a way that we hoped was going to bring surprise. But for some fans, and certainly fans of Master Chief, it was a huge disappointment because they wanted more Chief." He also said, "Doubling down on Master Chief's story and the amount of focus on him was probably the easiest learning from Halo 5. This was a really simple thing to absorb and embrace. Hopefully in this, they have also learned to not oversaturate the story. Halo 5 got a massive blowback from its overly complicated and oversaturated story by introducing tons of unnecessary stupid characters with no plot point and no contribution to the overall story, and it was really dumb." So at number 1, the story will focus more on Chief and will not, once again confirmed, will not introduce new playable characters. So guys, what did you think of this list? What else do you think 343 Industries has learned from Halo 5? Or do you think they've learned anything at all? Let me know down in the comment section below your feelings and thoughts on this matter. I want to hear it all. Let's have a discussion about it. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I got a question, one more for you guys. What would you like for a giveaway? I was thinking about doing a giveaway for early 2018. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you want? So I'll see you guys in the next one. So peace out.